The name of this shared sign is the laptop. It was the day after she died. I was on my laptop, and had to start doing all the planning. Had to start letting people know. It was the worst of times, and I did not want to be doing that, at all. I could not even believe I was actually looking for a funeral home for her. My laptop was only 3 years old, and I had never had any problems with it. Then in the middle of the online search for funeral homes, the laptop goes dark, and 2 lights start to blink. Never had a problem with the computer, and now this. At first I thought it was just bad luck, but as I sat there crying staring at the machine, I felt a voice inside, whispering, that the blinking lights was her way of telling me she was okay, and that I should do what she always would tell me. Turn off the computer, and go and enjoy the outdoors.
It was becoming a very painful mass for me, and right when I was about to give up and leave, I got very cold, and at the same time I was being blinded by a beam of light coming in through one of the stained glass window on the side of the church. Light in here? Impossible. And then I looked around and the light was only hitting my seat and the empty seat next to me. It was Mom. The name of this shared sign is the beam of light. For the past 15 years of my life, I have gone to the same church, and sat in the same seat, with the exception of sometimes in the holidays, when the church gets really crowded. The church is nestled between 2 buildings, so very little light ever comes in, and the area where I sit never gets any sunlight at all. This past Sunday, I sat in the same seat as always, and for not apparent reason, while I was listening to the reading of how Jesus appeared to the fishermen, I started to think and grieve over Mom. It has been a few months now, but it feels like yesterday. I kept looking at the beautiful painting on the top of the church, where a saint has a beam of light coming to him from the sky, and I remember how much she liked that painting.
The name of this shared sign is the leaves in the storm. I was looking out the window at church, and the wind was blowing very hard. Leaves were flying everywhere, and no birds in the sky. I was missing Mom very much, and just wanted to know that she was okay. As ridiculous as that sounds for someone at a church service, it was what I was feeling and needing. Just confirmation that she was okay. But I also did not know what to ask for. I just asked God if He could just send me a simple sign. Anything. But something I would know was a sign that she was okay. Then out of nowhere, what I thought were leaves flying came closer in view. And they were 2 birds in my window. When there were no birds in the stormy and windy sky, I knew she was okay. The shared signs here are from online community members, website and app users, and participants in My Grief Angels open virtual grief support groups. If you would like to share a sign, please visit the Shared Signs section of the My Grief Angels website, mygriefangels.org. My Grief Angels is a welcoming, inclusive and non-denominational online grief support community for and by people grieving the loss of loved ones. For more information on the many free services and resources for people grieving loved ones, including open virtual peer-led grief support groups by type of loss experienced, please visit the mygriefangels.org website.